we've got 4.6 million on TikTok.
Wow, 4.6 million, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know, all over the world.
Oh, I know you two from TikTok. I knew I'd know your faces. And then you came on, I was like, yes, I know you both.
So Sue and Jeff are joining us now along with Joan and Jimmy. Oh, it's so nice to meet you all.
And you.
And you.
You're inspiring us, aren't they?
Oh, thanks for having us, Dermot.
Jimmy was 17. He was a good dancer. I liked a boy who could dance.
We've been dancers. One thread that's gone right the way through our married life has been dancing.
And here we are, been married for 53 years now.
She's always been a good listener and a sort of a helper. So she's so easy to like and love.
Jimmy,
Yes?
did you ever think this was going to happen, this viral explosion of fame on social media? Did you ever think it was going to happen?
Absolutely not. I thought I was doing one dance and one dance only in our garden in 2020 because of COVID. I hadn't even heard of TikTok, and Joan says there's something called TikTok. And we could do a dance like that. So I thought, that's it, one dance done. Well over 1,000 dancers later, we're still doing it.
1,000. I mean, I think sometimes what's more interesting is to watch it come out of nowhere. So I think if you tried to do it, maybe it wouldn't have been as successful as in, like, when someone's really trying, it's the fact it naturally happened for you and Joan, which I think is really appealing to a lot of people. And I think a lot of people are inspired by you, Jimmy.
Well, I think, Dan, we haven't asked for anything of anybody. It's just been something that's gone ridiculous for us. So our lives are changing. Here we are in our 70s. We end up being this viral sensation. We're called grandfluencers, because we're grandparents.
I love that.
We're grandfluencers.
We never imagined it would happen, and we just certainly didn't plan for it to happen. So we did another one, and then another one, and another one, and we've just carried on, and that was 6 years ago, and we're still doing them now. We do about 3 a week.
That's so good. And do you get famous people commenting and reacting to your videos?
Sometimes we do, yes, and following us as well. We follow them and they follow us back, and it's quite exciting.
How many followers have you actually got on social media?
Well, we've got 4.6 million on TikTok.
Wow, 4.6 million, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know, all over the world. And we've got 800,000 on Instagram, and we've also got over 400,000 on YouTube, and we've got some on Facebook as well.
We've danced to so many different stars' music that have come out early. But one of the funny ones was when the Beckhams were doing a dance on their Netflix show not so long back, and they were doing Islands in the Stream, which was the electric slide.
That. Yeah.
Next thing we know, the kids are on the phone and saying, David Beckham's put your dance on his story.
No way.
And so they're like, they're even more excited then. Of course he did.
This is amazing.
And Kylie Minogue did exactly the same sort of thing with the was it Putnam? What was their dance a couple of years back where she got number one?
I know.
Padam. And she credited that, not just us, but all the influencers
who went viral.
Dance. It went viral. So we were approached to sort of dance to that music, and we did. And they would go viral, and she had the number one because of that. Now, we were asked whether they could use our filming on the Saturday night talk show man, or was he Friday night talk show man?
Jonathan Ross?
No, the
Graham Norton?
Graham Norton.
Yeah.
So we were approached to say, can we use one of your clip because Kylie's on and she wants to talk about the way number one has been influenced because of all these people who have danced. And I said, yeah, use it. So we were there watching the TV, waiting for it to sort of come on. And then some clown who was on the show with us said, oh, I love that dance. I did that dance. So he got up in our slot that was due to sort of go on. And he danced that Putnam dance, but that was that.
Oh, God. I bet you were like, no. A lot of people reach a certain age and they don't move as much, and I think they feel a bit intimidated about dancing or getting out there. But I just think, obviously at 40 years old, like yourself, it's an inspiration. It is. It's really good. Do you feel that?
Yeah, we do. And, we do think it's important to keep moving. And that's one of the reasons we do it, because that's the interest that we have together is our dancing. And Jimmy's always been a sportsman, and I'm not really into sports, but I like walking.
Yeah.
And then the thing we do together is our dancing.
I think the message in what you guys are doing is so good. it's similar to what I try and encourage. I want people to get up, get moving, and I do believe that dance and movement can be a therapy.
Definitely. I mean, they say there's so many benefits to dancing.
Yeah.
It's not just physical, but it's mental as well.
I think so.
Keeps your brain moving and ticking over, and that's what we do it for.
Absolutely.
And plus, hopefully we bring pleasure to other people. People say they want to be like us. Can they be our grandparents? Can we be their grandparents? Can we be their parents? And they want to be like us. It's really enjoyable. We enjoy it as well. So if other people get pleasure out of it, people say they've had a bad day at work and then they see us and it makes them smile, and we love that.
How did it happen between you and Jimmy? Tell us the romantic story, like how you ended up getting together.
Well, we are both from Liverpool, and we'd gone out on a night out. We shouldn't really have gone to the nightclub because I was only 16.
Oh, so you're rebels.
Yeah, we were. And Jimmy was 17, and we met in the Mardi Gras nightclub in Liverpool, and he was a good dancer.
Was he? Even then, you could see his moves?
Yeah, because some of the lads, didn't have the right timing, but I liked a boy who could dance. So that we danced together, and that evening he asked if he could walk me to the bus stop.
No way.
He did. And so he walked me to the bus stop.
Oh my God,
and
that's so
that was the
nice.
start of it. And he said, will you be my girlfriend? And that was it.
And did you say yes straight away?
Yes.
Did you play hard to get?
No, I fancied him.
Oh,
no,
did you?
I said yes straight away.
It was his moves, wasn't it, that did it?
His moves and his looks, and he had long sideboards.
We used to go dancing, me and my mates, in the clubs. It used to be the Mardi Gras in Liverpool. I don't know if you had a guy called Billy Butler who was famous in Liverpool for a DJ. He was DJing there. He was also a DJ in the Cavern Club, of which we were both members of as well.
The Cavern?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. If we would practice the trending dances of the day. This is 1970, Dan. When you were twinkle in your dad's eye.
Before social media, though. Before any of that
social
business.
media, we didn't have mobile phones. We didn't have any, to try and sort of get a date. So you had to meet under a statue exceedingly bare, as the saying goes in Liverpool. On the dance floor, girls would turn away from it. They'd rather dance around their handbags than dance with a bloke who couldn't dance. And that was it.
But Joan said that's what had attracted you to her originally.
I could
she
dance.
saw your dance moves.
She probably didn't tell you sort of the first part.
Oh, go on,
it,
tell us all the details.
Which was
here.
my mate. One of my mates came up to me and he says, Jimmy, Osh, I was always Osh then, from school. He said, would you go out with Joan? I said, yeah, I'd go out with Joan. He said, good, because she wants to go out with me.
Oh my God, amazing.
And I said, oh, right, okay. Within a week, he's come back to me and he says, she doesn't really want to go out with me. She wants to go out with you, but she's too scared of you.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I was a bit of a mod then, I think she thought I was like,
she sung your praises when I was saying, how did it all happen and how did you meet? She was like, he had this long hair down and he had these amazing moves. And I mean, it's a really romantic story. And
I did have some moves, I've still got a few of them left.
You absolutely have got a few moves.
The funniest thing, a few weeks ago, we were on live on This Morning. I don't know if you saw us on there.
You just slipped that in.
Yeah,
you slipped that in, Jimmy. I was just live on This Morning. Live.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
What?
Well, we just got invited on we were with Alison Hammond and Dermot O'Leary. And we ended up doing a dance sort of live on it was supposed to be with them, and then no, it wasn't.
Did they bottle it?
They bottled it, and they just said, "We just want you. Will you do a dance for us?" So we did a dance. But the funniest thing was, Alison Hammond said to Joe, "Don't you think there's something sexy about a man who can dance, Joan?" And I was like,
funny you should say that.
It really was quite funny.
Am I right in thinking that you used to dance in a formation team?
We did, yeah. We took ballroom lessons and Latin lessons when we were in our 40s, and then we got invited to join a formation team, which we were in for 7 years, and we competed all around the country. And that was a very exciting time.
Joan is just absolutely brilliant at all of this, TikTok, all the media. She edits things. She's very tech savvy.
Yeah. Both of you, though, seem quite creative. And also what I really liked about today is, like, obviously we've done some dances, but you guys really care about the steps, the moves, and you want it to be right. And I love that. You don't want to just be like, yeah, that'll do. You're not those people. You want it to look good, and you want it to be the best it can be, and I love that.
Yeah, I think it is important. I think a lot of that goes down to the discipline that we had when we were in the formation team.
Yeah.
That you practice, and there's 8 couples have to get it all right.
Yeah.
And that really used to hack you off when you think you've all got it right. There's someone else, I've missed that, or the other. And so
It's stood in good stead though
It's
for this
just in
bit.
good stead is that you keep doing it until you get it right,
Yeah.
or until I get it right. Because when I get it right, that's when it gets posted.
Absolutely.
Up until then, it's.
But it's a good way to be because you want, it's inspiring for people, and I think people watch the videos and go, "Wow, look at these guys, they're amazing." And now you're doing it with other people, and you're getting invited onto This Morning. Like you're full on like famous now. Has it completely impacted your life in a way that you never?
Well, we've tried not to sort of let that sort of happen. It does start making a difference when our sons are no longer embarrassed by what we were doing.
And now the grandkids.
Because they're all their friends just say all they want to talk about when they're out with them is
you guys.
their mum and dad. Which
That's
is us.
brilliant. I bet they're like, can we stop talking about my mum and dad?
Yeah.
Our sons were a bit like shocked at what we were doing, a
Were
bit
they like,
embarrassed.
Mum, Dad, what are you doing on TikTok?
But now, they're really supportive, and when they go out with their friends all want to talk about us.
That's brilliant.
And what we're doing.
I mean,
so
even today, like with us just driving down the prom, you're getting a lot of attention. You and Jimmy, like people, you can see them stopping and going, "Oh, there's the dancers." I mean, who's he from Dance on Ice? That's so last year. I mean, it's so lovely to see people going out and moving the back of your social media. Do you get a lot of perks? So do you get like people inviting you to parties, or I think you mentioned that maybe you've been invited to a cruise ship or certain nights out. Do you get a lot of perks?
we do. Yes, and it's very nice. We've been invited on holidays. We've had cruises. We've got invited to the Maldives. We've got invited to China, and as well as that, we get items sent to us.
That's so nice.
Some of them are great, absolutely. We've just had some nice garden furniture sent to us.
You're joking? No. That's amazing. Just for free?
Just for free. And
That
we do
is
a
so
video
lovely.
with it, and then
Yeah.
it's exposure for the company as well.
That's amazing.
So if it's something that we like, then yeah, we accept it. People do say they wish that they had the relationship that we had. And so if we can sort of inspire people, maybe to work a bit harder on
Absolutely.
relationships.
And stay together, work through the good times and the bad times.
Exactly. And we said that to each other when we first met. We will stick by each other through good times and bad times. And that's what we've done. And here we are, been married for 53 years now. And can't believe that myself, actually.
Do you feel like it's gone really fast?
In some ways, yes. But when you look back, we've got lots of lovely memories. And it's nice to look back on our life together.
Iona's been brilliant, and it's, a tolerance. She's more tolerant with me than I have to be with her. I'm the one who sort of likes to sort of go to the match or go to watch this or watch the other. But she is brilliant, and I think
patient.
Her patience. I mean, all our friends would ask Joan for advice because, she was a marriage guidance counsellor for 19 years.
She
I don't
never
know if
told
you
me
know
that. She didn't tell me that.
Yeah, so that was volunteered as well.
Wow.
So she always been a good listener and a sort of a helper. So she's so easy to like and love.
She is.
Yeah.
I feel like I've known her for ages. In fact, I feel like I've known both of you for ages, and I've spent the afternoon with you, and it's been really lovely.
Yeah. I mean, we've had the relationship, Joan and I, for married 53 years, sort
Wow.
of 2 years on top of that, 55 years. So we were kids. We grew up together.
Yeah.
So we've been through every sort of stage there sort of is in that journey.
I enjoyed today, like just being in your house and then going in the garden, and it actually feels quite uplifting just to have some fun and get moving and get dancing. I just think it can do a lot more for people than people realise.
Well, we do that. We'll decide to do a dance, and we say, where should we do it today? Should we do it in the garden? Should we do it in the garden room? Should we do it in the lounge? That's part of what we enjoy doing, deciding where we're going to dance.
Yeah, and what you're going to dance to and
what
all
we're
that
going
kind
to
of
dance
stuff.
to, yeah. And we get called cute, and we never get... Jimmy always says, I've never been called cute in my life.
I bet he's loving it, Jimmy, and he putting his best aftershave on every day. Oh, I've been called cute.
Well,
That's
he
brilliant.
gets asked about it when he goes to his golf club. I think it was a bit embarrassing at first, but now they all want to know more about it.
I love that. He's the king of the castle, isn't he? I'm sure.
What would you say is like the key to a long-lasting marriage?
You're not going to just love someone. You've got to like someone as well.
Yeah.
And if you like someone, they talk about being best friends as well. But we are, and the family are part of our lives. So we are practicing Catholics as well. So
okay.
our values are all the things, our standards. It's what frames us, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting to say that the three things the new Prime Minister, Andy Burnham,
Go on. Yeah.
he says, in this order, was Everton Football Club.
Way.
Then he said the Labour Party and his Catholic faith. So I thought that was interesting. I'm an Evertonian.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I've been a Labour man all my life. I'm a Catholic faith, and I thought that resonated with me. So maybe I'll put forward to being the Prime Minister or something. But I think they're the type of things that shape you.
Yeah.
What did you used to do, Joan, for a living?
Well, I started off working for the Midland Bank in their computer centre. That's where I found that I enjoyed all technical stuff, and that helps me now with doing all the editing and everything.
I was
the
going to
videos.
ask you that because your editing is actually very professional. It's very good, and we were like trying to figure out, like, I wonder who does their editing. So that kind of makes sense. So, did you have a bit of training then from your job?
Well, no, not really, because in those days, like I was in the computer centre, but the computers were massive in those days.
There was no like little phones, was there?
No. Well, we didn't have any phones then, no. I mean, there was the biggest room you can imagine was full of computer equipment, and the computer operators would do the banking work overnight, and that's what I did, and I ended up being a supervisor there. But then I stopped when we had our family, and I didn't work again for quite a while, and then I just went back part-time for an estate agent.
Oh, okay.
And that was a nice job, and it was in Southport. And then in 2008, the estate agent I worked for closed down, so I didn't work for a few more years. And then in 2011, I applied to another estate agent, and I got a job there, and I worked there.
Is this in Liverpool or is it in Southport?
No, it's in Southport. It was in Ainsdale, actually.
Oh, okay.
I worked there until COVID, and then the offices shut down in COVID, and then we were furloughed.
Okay.
And then I got made redundant. But we just had our new grandson at the time, and it worked out quite well because we started looking after him.
My apprenticeship on the Dock Road in Liverpool, when it was 7 miles of work in docks. Joan didn't go to university, but she could have just waltzed off to university. She was very bright, but she went into the banking, it used to be the Midland Bank Computer Centre, so she was into computers and all that, so she was very bright.
Like if you think about the generations now, and like you growing up as a generation, what would you say is like that's different, like that's what you brought up with to now what the children and like our generations are like being brought up in?
It's so different from
how it was.
I was the youngest of 4 sons. All those things were hard, for my mum and all of that. But that was the norm in Liverpool, and terraced houses in Liverpool where I was sort of brought up, to sort of being where, getting married, changing jobs.
Was the community
working
strong
for BA
as well?
Systems over there,
Was it a strong community where you lived?
Very much so, yeah.
I can imagine.
We played football out in the streets because there wasn't that many cars anyway. Hardly anyone had telephones. Even then,
Social media then.
No
so
social
different,
media.
isn't it?
Absolutely nothing.
Video
There
games.
was no internet, no video games, nothing. So
You had to do everything face to face.
So
pretty much,
you got yourself involved so much with sport. I played football on Saturdays and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Joan, we hoped that once I got past it and just took up golf. Then,
Well, you still do golf now.
And I go to the match as well. So
You know what? For all social media is great, but at the same time, it's changed so many people, hasn't it? And
yeah.
for kids, like kids will go on social media rather than go and climb a tree or play footy now.
That's the difference.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. This banning for up to 16 years old.
Yeah,
I think
I
that'll
do.
be good for them. Sometimes you just don't know what's good for you, and I think a lot of them will find activities that they enjoy doing as a result of not spending that amount of time on there. Mind you, saying that, we probably spend more time on social media, especially Joan, sort of going, I want this one, that one, the next one.
Viral sensations.
Yeah.
So, Joan, we've finished our ride, and we've just got one more question to ask you. If you had one bit of advice to give future generation, or just something that you've learned in your lifetime, what would that advice be, Joan?
Well, I think you've got to stay motivated and try and motivate yourself to do whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be dancing like we do, but if there's something you want to do in your life, give it a go, because if you don't give it a go, you never know.
I think, for people, the youngsters sort of going, if they can dance, if they can, keep active,
Absolutely.
if they can get away from from their phones, because we had no phones. We had nothing else to distract us other than, you know, our own activities, our sport, all the things that we did. So what was important is that that relationship blossomed.
Yeah.
And it doesn't blossom without water, i.e.,
That's
you know,
interesting.
working at it to sort of together.
Through the good times and the bad times, because I guess it's not always going to be good all the time, is it? Because that's life.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not. But
that's good advice.
you know,
Keep at it.
you've got to work at it.
Water your garden.
Water your garden.